bread pudding. You have people over, you have that baguette, and everyone eats everything except those 4 pieces, and then the next day it's stale, and what are you gonna do with it? Put it in your freezer.
Store it.
All the ends. Same with your croissants, same with your leftover challah.
Sure.
That's what you want to use. And when you have enough for about 10 to 12 cups of bread.
That's a batch for your pudding.
That's a batch for your pudding, exactly. So I take all those pieces, I put them on a sheet pan, I can drizzle a little butter, but you don't even need to. You can toast it up in the oven for about 15 minutes. You want to thaw it out of the freezer for about a half an hour first.
Right, you want to bring it back to room temp. Right.
And then put it in the oven, toast them up so you've made these beautiful golden croutons, because the drier they are, the better they will absorb the custard you're going to make, right?
Exactly.
The key to a good bread pudding.
Start with a toasty sponge.
Exactly. While they're toasting, I'm going to make the filling. So I like to use fruit in my bread pudding. Obviously, you don't have to, and you can put any fruit seasonally. Peaches are great in the summer, apples in the winter. I have some chopped apples and a little melted butter that I've let brown just a little bit. And into that pan is going to go all my chopped apples. You can use pears, obviously.
I love browning butter, too, because it makes it taste nutty.
And it makes your house smell good.
It just smells so good in here.
Right? So I'm going to give that a spin. I'm going to let that brown and soften, and I'm going to add 3 simple things. The first is a little bit of sugar, just about a 1/4 cup, and that melts in, and it's going to start to make the butter a little bit syrupy and coat the apples. And then I'm going to add, off the heat, once it's cooked for a little, I'm going to take it off the heat because I don't want to start a fire, and you want to pour in for me. This is some bourbon, because it's Tuesday.
Because it's Tuesday.
And so the bourbon also just makes it sort of caramely and smoky. Obviously,
it smells delicious.
This is optional for a bunch of obvious reasons. But for Rachel and I, it is mandatory. And then finally, that's going to cook down a little bit. And once it's cooked off the alcohol, I, again, because I'm Canadian, pour a little bit of maple syrup on top. I'm a one-trick pony. But I'm going to save some of this for later, and I'll show you why. That cooks down, gets all syrupy.
I assume it's that guy there?
And it's right there. All right, so we're going to need that in a minute. Meanwhile, 4 eggs in the biggest bowl that you have at home. And I'm going to mix those up, just scramble them a little bit. And then you want to pour the milk in for me?
Sure, babe.
Thank you. Pour in my milk, and this is the base of the custard. I'm going to add some sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. You know, obviously here you can do ground ginger if you want. I just do the cinnamon, and then this is the base of the custard that's going to get absorbed by all that bread. First, I'm going to put in the cooked apples in all that syrupy, bourbon-y butter.
Oh, right?
I'm going to put in all of this bread. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a dance. It's not necessarily a graceful dance because it is dry. I mean, have you seen me dance? But it is, you know, you just need to really spend a little time after all the bread is in. I think that's good. I feel like you can make a salad and put those on top.
Wait, Gail, look.
Ah. Ta-da! What? I mean, she's a magician, too. Mix it, make sure that every piece has been soaked, and you let this sit on the counter for at least 15 minutes so that all of the egg custard is absorbed into the bread. You put it in your baking dish that has been buttered, smooth the top, pour on a little extra butter because we're extra, a little melted butter, and then the reason I reserved the maple syrup is a little bit of maple syrup drizzled on top. It's called gilding a lily.
And then, can I scoop some into the bowl for you?
Yes, scoop it.
How do you serve this? Do you do a toppings bar for this too, or just straight up
but I
ice cream?
think there's enough in there, and
Right.
I would just go like that. Because when it's hot out of the
Make
oven...
them scream with ice cream.
Yeah. When this is hot out of the oven, that melts so beautifully.